Rise, man.
The Force will be with you.
Always.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Star Wars Meg with another edition of Star Wars news and to provide you with the second to last Mandalorian Season 2 update. The Mandalorian Season 2 drops on Disney Plus in just 2 days, guys. This is the way. And before I get into the news update, please may I ask you to hit like down below to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and also hit the notification bell to be alerted every time I post a new video. You can expect daily Star Wars content from me. So without too much jibber jabber, let's get into the news. Our first update comes from Boba Fett, and this article states why Disney took so long to bring Boba Fett back. Boba Fett is coming back to Disney Plus as The Mandalorian, but we have to ask what happened. The Star Wars universe is full of interesting characters, from humans to aliens and droids, and it doesn't take much screen time for some of them to become widely popular. Such is the case of Boba Fett, the bounty hunter whose first appearance was in Star Wars Holiday Special in 1978, but as it's considered non-canon, his proper debut came in The Empire Strikes Back. He came back in Star Wars Return of the Jedi, only to leave fans with a big mystery that made way for various theories and explanations. The last time he was seen, he fell into the Sarlacc's mouth, and it was unknown if he survived. Boba Fett was absent in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, but in May of 2020 it was revealed that he was going to appear in Season 2. But Disney took way too long to bring him back. As mentioned above, Boba Fett didn't have enough screen time for viewers to really get to know him, but it was enough to make him a fan favourite. Following the acquisition of Lucasfilm by Disney, the studio began to develop not only a new trilogy, but also anthology films. Amongst these, one focused on Boba Fett. After a couple of obstacles in pre-production, the project was cancelled and Disney instead focused on developing The Mandalorian, passing the Boba Fett torch to the title character played by Pedro Pascal. Disney has chosen to focus on new characters rather than on the old ones from the past, even if they're as popular as Boba Fett, and a prime example is what they did with Luke, Leia and Han Solo in the sequels. What Disney has been doing is bringing the Star Wars universe to new generations, and Boba Fett is a big name for no narrative reason, so putting him aside for a while makes way for other characters to be introduced and their stories to be explored. Still, Disney missed out on the chance to bring back Boba Fett before The Mandalorian took over his place, and even though he's one of the most beloved characters of the saga, the audience's reaction to his return isn't as good as expected, and it's all due to Disney not using him in any major canon. So here is where I strongly disagree with the article. I've seen nothing but positivity with regards to Boba Fett coming back, and I think this article misses out on the fact that a lot of fans are original trilogy fans, are prequels fans, and they do have attachments to the old characters. It does sound like this article is leaning more towards the side of Disney, where they believe fans just want new characters, but while we do want Star Wars to go in a new direction, we do love a bit of fan service, especially when they bring back characters that hadn't really had completed arcs, and Boba Fett is one of them. We didn't really get enough of him in the original trilogy, and it would seem only fitting to bring him back into a show which is all about a bounty hunter, Din Djarin. And I'm of the opinion that Boba Fett returning in The Mandalorian will really flesh out his story arc a lot more, and we're probably going to understand him more as a character in terms of his psychology, what he's been up to, hopefully how he survived the Sarlacc pit, and the legacy he leaves behind, because let's be honest, he is a fan favourite character regardless of what this article states. And so now, my dear friends, we move on to an article about Moff Gideon, and this one is from Comic Book, and it states Star Wars The Mandalorian star says his character is the Warden of the Galaxy. We're just a few days away from the return of The Mandalorian, as the Star Wars series will begin its sophomore season on Disney Plus this Friday. In a recent appearance with Good Morning America, Giancarlo Esposito said of his character Moff Gideon, "My character is the Warden of the Galaxy. He is a remnant of the Imperial Empire, and he is still searching for his quarry, which we'll hope he'll find." Esposito also addressed the series' approach to heroism, something that he thinks has only felt more significant as time has passed. He stated, "I'm so happy to be part of a show that really depicts a story about humanity and heroism. To be a hero is something that we all aspire to. I play some villains, but I really love the hero, and we need to be empowered by heroes today." Again, really inspirational words, and I'm really excited to find out the fate of Moff Gideon in Season 2. I've mentioned him numerous times over the last few weeks and months on my channel, because I believe he is one of the key villains that we'll see in Season 2, and I think he's trying to emulate the whole Sith legacy. He's trying to be like Vader. You've heard me say this probably a million times before, so I won't dwell on it. So let's move on to our next article. So Inverse have written a piece called Season 2 could set up Taika Waititi's new Star Wars movie. Taika Waititi is all over The Mandalorian. Aside from directing the Season 1 finale, the Oscar-winning writer and director has also lent his voice to the reformed bounty hunter droid IG-11. But now he's working on a Star Wars feature film of his own, and with pre-production currently ramping up, it's beginning to look like Taika Waititi's movie could overlap directly with something that happens in Season 2 of Mando. British newspaper The Daily Record reports Waititi's new Star Wars movie will be filming in the Scottish Highlands for 3 days in December as part of the location scouting process. The combination of North Scotland and December means one thing: snow, and lots of it. Snow planets are not unusual in Star Wars, with the most famous example being the treacherous planet of Hoth, featured in The Empire Strikes Back. But recently the most interesting snow planet has been which was brought back into canon fold during the run of the Clone Wars in the episode The Gathering, when Ahsoka Tano brings a group of younglings to the planet to hunt for kyber crystals. Most recently, rumours are swirling that the ice planet featured in the first trailer for The Mandalorian Season 2 might be Ilum itself. This would make a lot of sense, as Mando and Baby Yoda are on the hunt for the Jedi, and if the child is going to become one, he'll have to go through initiation on Ilum eventually, or perhaps Mando heads there to track something down from missing Jedi. For Taika Waititi's new movie, filming in an Ilum-like environment could mean a handful of things, but depending on when the movie takes place in the Star Wars timeline, it could mean that we'll get to see some young Jedi build their own lightsabers. The Jedi initiation arc of the Clone Wars would be a perfect fit for Waititi's playful directing style and use of young actors like he's done in Jojo Rabbit and The Hunt for the Wilder People. I think the logic here is really coherent. It does make sense that Taika Waititi would use probably his own arc from The Mandalorian Season 2 in terms of what he's written, and probably expand that into a new film. So we know he's going to be doing a Star Wars movie, but whether it will link up to The Mandalorian in some way is yet to be seen. But we just don't know which way Lucasfilm are going to go for the next trilogy, which starts in 2023. Perhaps they're going to go for pre-Phantom Menace era, or maybe far into the future. We just don't know. Now, before I leave you guys, I just want to reiterate something. When Season 2 drops on the 30th, you can expect a full breakdown of the episode with Easter eggs and things you may have missed. You've heard me say this before on my channel, but what I wanted to say is in response to a few questions I've been getting. A few people have asked me, how am I going to do it? Well, obviously, I'm going to watch the episode a couple of times, I'm going to take notes, and I'm going to focus on the important bits as well as the plot. When the video comes out, there'll be a huge disclaimer at the start of the video saying, huge spoilers are ahead, and you can expect me to break down individual scenes. We'll take a look at things, we'll zoom in on things, and it's going to be a really exciting time. So I do urge you to subscribe to my channel if you're into that kind of thing, if you want full breakdowns, if you didn't understand something in any of the episodes in Season 2, because I will be doing that weekly. But in the meantime, I really hope you enjoyed this video, my news update. There will be one final one on The Mandalorian Season 2 tomorrow, and then obviously we get the season itself. So I'm Star Wars Meg, and I'm wishing you a fantastic rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.